Hi everybody, welcome back to Bobby's Bucks, and today we're going to start our fall food plots. Really excited about this. Well, I guess it really starts early season, but over my shoulder it's a buckwheat field. That's something we start at early season, and I guess we don't really finish that until here in a couple days. We're going to broadcast our oats, peas, and beans into that. But today I wanted to talk about some different food plots. So if you're interested in that, stick with us. We're going to talk about 5 different combination food plots that you can provide food all year long, and we'll talk about why you want to do that instead of just picking one crop. Stick with us. Here we go. So thanks for tuning in today, you guys. Today I just wanted to talk about some different combinations, and let's get right into it. Okay, so number one, first food plot. Clover and oats are going to germinate in most soils. It grows really well in tight, curvy areas, shady, sunny, and you're going to have some good protein for your deer. Clover is a perennial, so you're going to have a lot of food the following spring, summer, and fall. You can broadcast whatever you want into that, or you can rethink it if you want to. But clover plots will last right around 3 to 5 years, so you're really getting your money's worth. It's a very small seed, so we're not talking about heavy lifting. In most cases, even if you're going to plant an acre, you're only talking about 10 to 11 pounds of seed for that plot. Now, when it comes to oats, that's a little bit different. You're probably going to have to buy at least a 30 to 50 pound bag. They usually don't sell it in small increments. But oats and clover is an awesome food plot that you're going to be able to plant and draw deer and keep deer. You can just mow. Mowing will allow the clover to establish a healthy root system, and it will take over anything in the area. So oats and clover, excellent food plot, great combo, companion planting, number one. Number 2 food plot, soybeans and winter peas. Soybeans you're going to plant early season here in Michigan. You're going to plant them around June 1st. Now into the season later, like closer about August, you're going to plant your winter peas. You're going to broadcast right into the beans, and it's going to take over where all those bare areas are. So, and then once you get into the season, those soybeans will mature. They're going to be ready. They're going to provide excellent nutrition for your deer. Not to mention your winter peas are going to be drawing some deer too. So what an excellent combination. They complement each other. It's going to provide some forage in the summertime, but as the season progresses, right when you want to hunt deer, when you really want to draw those deer in and everything's going to start to brown up and die back, you're going to have mature soybeans and winter peas that are just going to be so palatable, and it's really going to draw deer. So number 2, excellent food plot for companion planting to provide a combination. Sugar beets and wheat fields. Now wheat it needs a lot of nitrogen, so in most cases we're not planting this stuff together. We're going to plant our wheat field right next to our sugar beets. You're going to broadcast your sugar beets. Again, it's like 10-11 pounds per acre. So you can plant all this right at the beginning of the season, June 1st, here to Michigan, and you're going to have your sugar beets that are going to get about 4 pounds. I mean, these things are huge. It's really going to draw deer late into the season, towards the end, again with the glucose, when things are changing, when things are getting colder. It's going to bring the sugars out. It's a terrific combination where the wheat's going to draw them early season, the beets are going to keep them late season. So wheat and sugar beets. We have dead, crushed, or crimped rye over our shoulder, and now we're going to plant. As soon as we get some rain, we're going to plant our radish. Now radish and rye, it's a terrific combination, and rye is a perennial. It'll come back in the spring, and even if you plant it in the fall, it'll overwinter. There's different ways to do it. So for example, let's say that you just want to plant a food plot right now and start it. I would clear the entire area, get it down to bare dirt. Spray your glyphosate, kill everything. Plant your radish August 1st, August 15th, whenever there's rain. Come back in September 15th and broadcast rye. Now come back 30 days later, October 15th, and layer another overseeding, a blanket of rye, that winter rye. Not ryegrass, winter rye cereal grain. That will grow 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and now you have established a rye and radish field. The cold temperatures will set in, and the radish all the vegetation and the leaves will get sugary, and you'll see the deer will start to eat everything down to bare ground. That rye will start to come up, and once all that's gone, they'll start eating the rye, the winter wheat. It'll look like grass coming up. Once they eat all that, and the snow sets in, they'll come back and they'll dig up the radishes that are about softball size. So rye and radish, and then in the spring, they're gonna come through and they're gonna start eating it in the spring, and then you can knock it down again and do what we did. And this is the rye radish field. That's terrific because you have a system. Okay, last but not least, we're gonna talk about chicory and turnips. Now it's gonna work a lot like the rye and the turnips, but chicory is the perennial, and it doesn't get that tall, but it's gonna provide food early season in the spring. Now you can plant these at the same time, your chicory and your turnip. Don't expect them to hit your turnips very hard until, again, it gets cold, and then the sugars will come out in the leaves. But the chicory will be the food that will draw them early season for October. So that's 5 excellent combinations for food plots, and I put those in the order that I think is easiest to grow. They're all pretty easy that you can, we're talking throw and grow. So you don't necessarily have to drill those. Now, if you're gonna drill them, you can use even less seed than we talked about. If there's any food plot ideas that you'd like me to do a video on, please let me know. I'll be sure to do that. Thank you for taking the time to comment. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I'll get back to everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.